Hey FLOSSTUBE, it's Leigh from Creative Leigh on Sunday the 2nd of October 2022 with FLOSSTUBE number 145. Welcome back, welcome to my FLOSSTUBE, my YouTube channel mostly about counted cross stitch. That hobby that a teacher told me when I was about 16 and I was doing some needlepoint that's an old lady craft, so welcome to my old lady craft. Yeah, another day, another week of stitching. We're into October now. That's just bizarre. We've only got, less than 3-4 months till the end of the year. Geez, it's flown by. Thanks to everyone who commented last week for Dad. He's doing okay. He got out of hospital on Tuesday, I think. I think he stopped bleeding Monday. I woke up Monday and he'd stopped bleeding, but they wanted him to have a full 24 hours. And they kind of sent him home. They don't really know what caused everything. And I guess they're a bit hesitant to put him through too much exploratory stuff if they don't need to, because that in itself has kind of risks and stuff. Possibly just got a tear somewhere, and because he's on blood thinners, he kept bleeding. I don't know. They're basically, if he has any sign of it happening again, go straight back to hospital. Don't bother going to the GP, just go straight to the hospital. So he got out in time for his birthday, which is really good. So he had his birthday on Thursday. He turned 78, and he said he went into town and had a lovely lunch with his aunt, my great aunt, who will turn 101 on Friday this week, I think it is. Yeah, she's 101 on the 7th. And then one of his sisters-in-law also went in and brought some stuff and had a nice little lunch with them. My eldest nephew turned 29 on Friday. No, yes, Friday. Yep, Friday. So that's bizarre, like 29. I remember I was there when he was born. Far out, I feel old. And then of course my niece is turning 21 the week after. But I fly over to Brisbane on the 10th, so one more week to go. Went to visit a friend in hospital yesterday, so one of my friends ended up having to go into hospital with some mystery pain, possibly related to gallbladder or post-gallbladder surgery or something. But I went to visit her yesterday, and poor thing, she's feeling a lot better, but they were just keeping her in to do some more tests on Monday. I guess rule everything out and then give her some advice on how to go forward. Not really sure, but she said she was feeling a lot better, so it was nice to see her more well than when apparently she went into hospital. So hello, you know who you are. Just before we get into all the stitching stuff, I do have quite a lot to show you, because I'm just want to monopolize all your time this week. Lucia, is it Lucia Bankier? If you're watching this, I did comment on your comment on video number 140, where I drew you as the 1,000 subscriber giveaway for the pink Silks for You skeins. You're the only one I haven't heard from. Thank you to all the 9 other people who reached out, and I have your addresses and choices and what have you, and all that's been passed on to the various people who are helping supply the goodies for you. Again, I won't be posting anything out till I get back from Australia, which will be late October, and also I've got to wait for the linen from Country Stitch, the needles from Country Stitch, and for Judith will make the bag when she has, gets to that in her list of things to do. So yeah, Lucia, if I don't hear from you this week, I will draw another winner next week. So if I haven't heard from you by the 9th of October, New Zealand Daylight Saving Time, NZDT, I will draw another winner, just because I want to be sure. Yeah, so hopefully you reach out to me. What's new? I do have a few little acquisitions and some happy hand-delivered mail. Judith's back from States, that's our lovely local bag maker. She and I had put in an order, small order with Lady.Creates to get shipped to a contact for her to bring back, and she kindly delivered that to me last week after I went stitching in town. So I just got 3 pieces of velveteen and a couple of trims just to give it a go. I picked up, this one is old cement. I'm not going to take them out of the plastic. So this is going to be finishing in my future. I plan to finish some things in November, so we'll see. So this is, yeah, old cement velveteen. Basically it's a fat 1/8. Good for a couple of little cushions. Squash. Love that colour. And chili. So 3 pieces of velveteen, and I also got 4 yards of the mini, what's this called? Shit. Chenille. And sizzle. It's a mini chenille. And 2 yards of pom-pom, mini pom-pom in Motherload. So yay, and that's just in case you don't know. So typically Lois doesn't ship to New Zealand from her Etsy site. There are other places that do stock her trims and stuff. I believe there's a couple in Australia, but anyway, it was nice to get. So that was paid for with my own cold hard cash. And I bought a couple of charts and I left them over by my printer. One moment. Carolyn Manning Designs is having a, I think a 5,000 Facebook subscriber, follower, friend, whatever it's called on Facebook, sale. It's automatically applied at checkout, but it's all to do with how much you spend. I think if you spend $30, you get, I don't know what it is, a certain percentage off, and if you spend $50, you get another percentage off. So I bought several of her charts just to have, like, will I ever stitch them? I don't know, but like you spend like $51 and cost us to be like 25% off, I think. My nose is itchy. I haven't printed all of them, but I bought, I think I bought 8 of her PDFs. This is the last one I need for the It Takes a Village series. So no, I don't usually stitch Halloween, but I do love these It Takes a Village. I've stitched one of them and I've got 4 now more to stitch. I'm starting the Christmas one on Christmas Day. It's going to be my 50th, I think my 50th start is the Christmas equivalent. It's called, I don't remember what it's called, Snow Village or Festive Village or something. And then I've got the Halloween one, the Birdhouse one, and then an original one still to stitch. But they're going to be made into little cushions that I'll just have in my guest room as a little bit of fun. It's about as themey as I get. Yeah, so bought that one. I bought a couple of other shooting star, because I do love the shooting star. So the 4 I've printed off are basically seasonal. Spring Light, Summer Sunshine, Autumn Leaves, and Winter's Ice. No idea when I'll stitch them, what count I'll stitch them on, whether I'll make them into, I don't know. I'm tempted to stitch them really small, but that takes longer because, yeah, I've got to, if I stitch like 1/1 on 28 count, which is what I stitched this salon, I have to kind of do stab and poke, so it slows me down, whereas where I stitched Sunrise and Sunset on 20 count, I can still use the sewing method that way. But anyway, so those were a handful of those. So yeah, because Carolyn has a whole lot of extra designs she wants to get out. She's a woman with a mission. She has extended the sale. Suspicious van. It might have been a courier van over the road. So she's extended the sale through the 15th of October. Don't quote me though, but it does say on her Facebook page. So I think it's advertised to her Facebook group because it's to say thanks for getting to 5,000 followers. But go check it out if you want to stock up on discounted Carolyn Manning PDFs. They're there. You're welcome. And then the other thing I talked about last week, did I talk about this last week? No, I tagged this on the New Zealand cross stitch Facebook group that I'm quite keen to organise a sale for this. So Cherry Parker is a New Zealand cross stitch designer. She's well known for her New Zealand like birds, flora, fauna, icons, etc., little bookmarks and other sorts of designs. She has this available on her Etsy shop, New Zealand flowers, and it's this amazing ball. And stitched on 25 count, it has a diameter, so circumference of 50 centimetres, so half a metre, and the diameter, I worked it out, but anyway. So you can go to her cherryparker.co.nz, and it's stitched on the model stitched on 25 count even weave. There are 26 individual pieces that you then stitch together, and I printed the whole book. It's a 30-page tome of instructions. She used antique white, moss green and ice blue. I have a whole lot of white in my stash that I think I'm just going to use white. Even though I love antique white, I don't really, if I can use the stuff in my stash, I will. In December, one of my first starts in December is going to be this. And you basically stitch a whole lot of little pieces and then you sew it together, so two halves together. And there's all sorts of lovely New Zealand flowers and things. So you've got these big pieces in, like there's the Corfi there in white or antique white, and then you've got these little squares are stitched on blue, and then you've got these ones stitched on green. They're smaller octagons, I guess. So if anyone's keen to join me, it's probably going to appeal more to the New Zealand stitches because, you know, it's all about New Zealand stuff, but you don't have to be. Check out Cherry Parker either on Etsy or go to her website, cherryparker.co.nz. And this was $18 New Zealand. I think it was $18 New Zealand. So I don't even know what that is these days. It's got all the finishing instructions. It shows you how to take everything down, so you sort of piece it together. I'm really looking forward to it. So I had a bunch, I've got heaps of 25 count white, so there's plenty. You do need quite a bit of the white. 6 octagonal patterns though on the white are about 30 stitches square. You've got 8 hexagonal patterns that are approximately 25 stitches square, and 12 square patterns that are approximately 18 stitches square. So yeah, you can change the count of fabric, but you always need to use the same fabric. And if you're using overdyed, you want to make sure that it was had shrunk similarly, I guess. But you know, Lugana is pretty standard. So I've got all this bunch of white. And I did pick up a couple of smaller cuts based on how much she says you need. I got mine from the Embroiderer up in Auckland. So I got a small cut of ice blue Lugana. I've just overlocked it this morning. So you'll need green Lugana. I got a fat quarter. So you need 50 centimeters square, 20 inches square of moss green. So I've got green. You need 30 by 30 centimeters or 12 inches square of the ice blue, and then you need each piece of white Lugana or antique white Lugana you need 10 inches square. She has given quite large pieces because she likes to stitch in a hoop. Because I stitch in hand, I'm not going to cut at all. I don't want to stitch on tiny little pieces of fabric. I'm going to put basting lines in for where my cut lines will be, so that I can stitch all of the all of the pieces on the, especially on the smaller cuts, and not cut it till I'm ready to finish it. That's what I'm planning to do. So that was a very roundabout way to say I'm going to host this. If you're interested in stitching, you can join anytime. I'm not going to try and bust this out in 5 minutes. I'll see how I go. Go to cherryparker.co.nz, buy the chart, sort out your fabrics and stuff, and yeah, I'm kicking this off in 1st of December. Yay me. But I know there's a couple of people in the New Zealand group who said they were interested, so yeah, looking forward to getting it done. So that is everything that's come in that I've purchased, but my lovely neighbour Sandy just got back from a nice long trip to the UK, and she just we just went to the market this morning, but she just knocked on my door and just had a little gift for me. She picked up a little cross-stitch chart from, just designed and produced in the Western Isles. It's of Kissimmee Castle, from Castle Bay, great name, you know what you're going to find there. In Kissimmee Castle, it's also called Castle in the Sea, had a quick look at what it was about. So it's from the island, off the coast of the island of Barra, off Castle Bay. Barra's in the Outer Hebrides, and this is a medieval castle. The name comes from the Norse Kissimmee, which means Castle Island. Again, they were great with names, very descriptive, and it's really cool. So, and bless her, Sandy, you know, she hands it to me and said, oh, it'll just be a wee thing, it won't take you long. I'm like, it's full coverage from there down. It's like, it's not that little. Let me show you how big the fabric is, if I can find how to open it. Crinkle, crinkle. I'm trying not to wreck the little label. So it's kitted with anchor, and it comes with a giant piece of Ada, which, to be fair, I probably would swap, but that's all right. And a huge fat needle, but you know, it's not like a tiny little thing. So anyway, we'll put that away. I'm not sure when that will get started, but I'm keen to stitch it. It's lovely. But I probably would swap it out for a piece of linen because, you know, that will make it more fun to stitch. So, thank you, Sandy. And then she also handed me this, which is beautiful, but it's woolen and makes my skin crawl, but it's beautiful. Like, I know there's no way I want to wear this. This beautiful tweed needle book from Kinloch Crafters. And she said she went somewhere and they saw them, you know, threading the tweed looms up and stuff, and they have something over 700 individual threads hand knotted. So yeah, just a wee needle book, which is so lovely. The colours, I don't know, the colours are just beautiful and tweedy. So it was really nice. So lovely surprise. So you may recall I had 2 starts this week. Sunday to kind of, not really commemorate, but to start for daylight saving having started again. I have Lampposts from StitchMomStudio, which you can now find on InspireUplift.com. So I had this for a while, and I pulled 35 count Lilac Grove from Country Stitch, and using mostly the called for DMC, although I changed 414 to 413 so that it will stand out on the darker linen. This will start number 37. So kicked that off on Sunday evening, and I got the bottom row done. And I think the first, it's the back. Like, that looks a bit crap. Okay, I got the bottom row done. So the first lamppost is about here, I think, comes up here. So yeah, really happy with that. They're fun little squares to stitch, and I've got plenty of fabric. And I'm loving this fabric. It's like a bruise. The colour's got lovely bits of lavendery purple in there. So that was Sunday night. That's all I did was that on Sunday night. And then I had a second start because I was starting Crowns of the Kingdom from Rosewood Manor as a start along with Susie Lambert. We started this on Monday on Queen Elizabeth II's Memorial Day here in New Zealand. We had a day off. So I'm doing this all on the cord for 32 count antique white linen and all the cord for Petite Treasure Braid. Susie is blinging hers up. She's using a whole lot of bling from her stash and adding beads and pearls and things, and it's lovely what I've seen so far. So this is start number 38. Oops, I've got the wrong date on there. I've said the 25th. Excuse me, something's got something allergy wise is really making me sneeze, so I need to change that date to the 26th because I actually started on the 26th. And then once I got, I should show you the stitching. I'm up it. So yeah, 32 count antique white linen, and I got that. So starting bottom left hand corner, all called for. I've just started that big black crown there, which has so I've got all the colours in. And it's bling, bling, bling. I'm not sure if you can see the sparkle, but sparkle. It's, yeah, kind of fun. So just a little bit. I'm going to pace myself on that because the treasure braid isn't as much fun to stitch with as silk, funnily enough. Then I wanted to get a finish on my start from the week before, which was Bittersweet September from Blackbird Designs from the Winds of Autumn, I've written Winds of Autumn book, which is on 36 count Patriot Brew from R&R Linen. The book was a gift from Sian and the linen was a gift from Judith, and started that the week before, 24th, and finished it on the 29th. All I had to do from when you last saw it was all of the 1/1 alphabet, which I got done over a couple of evenings and really happy with it. So that was done, and you may recall, it's all called for colour threads, but I messed up and picked up the wrong colour when I did the house, so I had to switch it around a little bit. So I gave it a red door and changed the roof colour and changed the wall colours, and my colours are much brighter than what the book models are. So either the dye lots have changed significantly, or they fiddled with the production quality of the photo. And then I felt like I needed to get another column in on Flowers Uprising, Tinsel cross stitch on Etsy. And this has been stitched on 40 count parchment from Country Stitch using Alarm Fire Belle Soie, another gift from Judith. She's very generous, is our Judith. This was start number 21 of 50. And this, I got one more column in. This one over here. So that's looking fantastic. Only 3 more columns to go. So there you go, Margaret. That's a little bit of progress on that one for you. So in my last video, I think I mentioned on Monday I was going to go into town and stitch with Anne. So I took Ruskin's penguins in, and I got close to a finish, so I decided to push on and get a finish as well. So Ruskin's Penguin by Modern Folk Embroidery, which is on 32 count Wintergreen from Country Stitch, and using my own conversion. So this was a stitch along with Anne and Judith from the New Zealand Facebook group. Anne finished hers a number of weeks ago, and Judith is still plugging away at hers, and I finally got it finished. I don't remember what I'm using. I know the white is a what do you call it? The white is from Tom and Lily Creations, and the black is, skip my mind, it's like a Gentle Art or a classic, I think it's a Gentle Art. It's quite blue though. Wrought Iron. So Wrought Iron is the black, and the white is Tom and Lily Creations. I'm not going to show you too close because my white stitches, all those single stitches, are bloody shite, so they're fine. You know, once you give it an iron, they flatten out and look a little bit better. But yeah, I do not love doing single white stitches, but it looks good. I'm really happy with it. I'm very happy with it. Yay! So that was one that I started just before my 50 at 50, so that one doesn't count. Off of the 50. It counts, it's fine. But yeah, 2 finishes this week, 2 starts, so I wanted to push forward for 2 finishes. And then, that's 5 projects, 2 starts, 2 finishes, 5 projects so far. And then last night, after I sat, I don't even know, when I got back from visiting my friend, and I've been making some apple butter, so cooking down like, oh gosh, I can't remember how big the bag was. I think it's between around 6 kgs, so maybe 12 pounds of Granny Smith apples. And I've been cooking in the crock pot so that I don't have to stir it every 5 minutes to make apple butter to jar up, to can. And basically it's just like a spiced, sweetened, very, very, very concentrated apple sauce that you cook, and it goes brown and thick, and you can use it on scones and pikelets, and make a layered cake with apple butter and cream and stuff. So I'm making a heap of it to can, so that someone's doing wheelies somewhere. Got some boy race issues around here where they go round and round around the roundabouts, and it's really frustrating. But they don't usually do it in the middle of the day, they usually do it like 2 in the morning. Ask me how I know. So yeah, so while that's been, I've just been keeping an eye on that, and it's been puttering away, and I've been doing things. I don't even know why I went down that train. I'm like, what am I talking about? I needed to pick this up. I haven't done any other thing on this for ages. I only had the bottom row done. So Blackbird Designs, Pomegranate Sampler, and I just struggle. I don't know. For some reason, I picked it up on Friday, yesterday, and it just felt good. I don't know. Sometimes you're in the mood for something, and sometimes you're not. I felt like I struggled with the first row, and then I just went for it, and I don't have another finish. But yeah, sorry. Pomegranate Sampler by Blackbird Designs on 40 count Apricot Dream by Country Stitch, using the Cottage Garden Threads Felix and Cloudy Day, which were what the model was stitched in, I think, even though they're called for DMC. And I got 2 more rows done. What? That's amazing. And these 2 rows felt like they went so much quicker than that bottom row. I don't know. I was struggling with seeing it when I did this one, and then these 2 were fine. So I must have been tired when I started this. But I love it. So I'm not quite halfway because, of course, 26 letters in the alphabet, and I've only got, what, 12 in? 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, yeah. 12 letters. And, of course, the bird and everything at the top are a lot more stitching than the 2 pomegranates at the bottom. So that is where we're at. What's going to be awesome is because I stitch up, I'm going to finish with that big ass pomegranate in the middle, and it's going to make me so happy. So yay. So that's just a really real hint of apricot-y peachy colour, and I'm really happy with it. I made a couple of wee adjustments in the chart, like what I call inconsistencies. So down here on the Y and on the X, these two weren't filled in, but up here the V was. So it's like, well, both of these have a thin arm and they hadn't got them filled in. So because that one was and that one was, I just went ahead and went down and filled them in as well. I don't know, it just felt inconsistent to me. So may have been a charting oversight or a choice, but I made a choice to fill them in. So that's 6 projects stitched on. Again, 2 starts, 2 finishes, 2 whips, and I'm feeling very proud of myself. I did go into the office twice this week and did some gardening and did a whole lot of other little things. So it's not even like I just sat on my bum, but I did sit every night. It's been raining a lot and I didn't go out. I didn't go anywhere special this week, which is really nice. You know, no book club, no movie night, so it meant that I could sit in after dinner and just get a good 2-3 hours stitching in after dinner every night, a couple of lunch times. Suspicious Van is back. What are they doing? They've paused across the road again, but they're going the other way this time. Or it's a different suspicious van. Different van, equally suspicious. I don't know what they're doing. They didn't get out. I'm keeping an eye on that suspicious van. Last thing to show you, what am I starting today? Start number 39. We're nearly 4/5 of the way through. I want something little because I want another finish. So, like I want to not... Right now I've got 19 whips and I don't want to finish the year with more than 30, and I've got 11 more starts, so that adds up to 30. So technically I'm okay, but if I can finish the year with less than 30, I'd be really happy. So I don't want to start another big thing this week. So I'm going to do my heart's design, another rack from Sian, from the lovely box of stuff that Sian sent me. And I think this is so pretty. And it's one of the, was it Loose Feathers Abecedarian series number 2, but this is the only one I have. So I'm just doing it as a standalone. Don't know whose letters I'm going to put on there yet. We'll worry about that later, the letters and the personalisation. And I've got a little piece of Affogato by Fibre on a Whim. And I'm going to stitch, so I've just pulled my own colours that are similar to what the model looks like on the copy that I have. So really dark and droppy on the, there's another one I dropped on the floor, I'm not going to pick it up, it's another brown. So it's just dark and dull and I love it. It's going to be a really good kind of interpretation of that. So I reckon I'll get it to the point where I'm ready to do the 1/1, and then I'll make a decision about that, what I'm going to do. So, oh, and a few little eyelets in there. We love an eyelet. Yeah, a little bit of 1/1, a couple of eyelets. Other than that, it's all just full crosses and stuff. But I do like how the border changes colours part way around. I'm going to sneeze again. Bless me. So that is my plans for the next week. Start number 39, my heart's design by Blackbird Designs. And I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for coming along and watching again. It was, maybe I should just start day drinking again, like during the lockdown. I will catch you all next week. Thanks for coming along. Enjoy stitching, find joy in your stitching. And as always, don't let your needles rust. Ciao.